if you have so much stuff that it literally keeps you in a prison because you're spending your time sorting the stuff, organizing the stuff, rearranging the stuff, finding a place for it, trying to find something, then you're trading your life for all of that stuff. You're literally trading your days, your weeks, your months, your years. Some of the most precious times in my life, I traded for digging around in a garage, organizing bins, putting labels on bins, thinking I was winning in somehow because it was organized clutter. It was stuff that was properly stacked and I might need it one day, and a lot of it is like, I need seasonal decorations for every single season. And yeah, there was a time where my kids were little and it was exciting. We would open up like the Valentine's Day stuff, and there was a season for that when they were little, but it became a chronic problem with almost like hoarding. And I see it so much. A lot of times people they don't realize how much that stuff is suffocating them and robbing them of actually living life. Because instead of going for a walk for 40 minutes, I would be digging through stuff for 40 minutes. Instead of going to the gym, I would be organizing or sorting through stuff. Instead of spending time with my husband, I would be shopping for more stuff. And it becomes a chronic problem. You see it. Like, I can see this person's apartment in their window right now, and it is just packed with stuff. Now, they might have just moved in, but it's been that way for about 3 weeks now. And they're suffocated in there like a prison in their own apartment, in their own home. There's two main reasons why people don't want to get rid of stuff. One is they have a fear of the future or an attachment to the past. Either way, it keeps them stuck with thinking that they need that. It's like a fear of letting go. What if I might need this someday? Oh, what's going to happen? And the reality is once you let go, you realize you never needed it. Or maybe you needed it for a season, but you don't need it anymore. And you don't really miss what you let go of. You don't like, oh, one day, oh, I really wish I had that one thing. Very rarely does that happen. And if it does, you just repurchase it if you do need it, because it's so rare. Like, everything I've gotten rid of, I could say over the past 5 years since I started this, I really started this journey about 3 years ago. But everything that I've gotten rid of, I would say there was only maybe one thing that I thought, oh yeah, I probably would have liked that. Maybe I should have kept that. But that feeling went away after a day, and then I moved on from it. So you got to ask yourself, do I want freedom? Do I want space? Do I want an orderly life? Or do I want more stuff? All of these influencers that are online that are just consumed. They're consumed. And now, I don't know if they keep all of the stuff that they buy. I know a lot of them return it after. They showcase it, they make money on it, and then they return it. That happens with a lot of Target, with a lot of Amazon, and they just overly consume, showcase like, oh, this is the latest and greatest thing, and then they return it right away. And they didn't really buy it, and it's not really. They're just using you for them to make money. They're using your weakness so they can make more money. You see, they're manipulating you, thinking that this is so amazing, and you're getting sucked into something that you really don't need. You don't need all of these gadgets. 50 Stanley Cups and a Stanley Cup holder that magnetizes to the side of your fridge, and a bunch of different vacuum mops, and I mean, the list goes on and on how ridiculous it has gotten with the amount of stuff. And then you have to store that stuff. Drawers, closets, laundry rooms, you have to find a spot for it. You made them money, and now you're suffering. Maybe you used it one time, you were excited. Oh yeah, I'm really excited about this super cool, kitchen gadget. Now I got to shove it in a drawer somewhere. So now it's in a drawer somewhere, and you have to deal with it. And you probably forgot about it the first couple times that you used it, and you thought it was so great and so amazing, and then you forgot about it. So you remember, all of that stuff that you have used to be money. It used to be money, and now it's stuff. So you really have to ask yourself, is it worth me trading? And it really, if you back it up, it used to be time. The time was transferred into money. The money was transferred into stuff. So you got to ask yourself, is it worth getting? Is it worth trading my time? And time is life, right? Because that's really how we measure our life, is how much time we have. So you're trading your life, the time, the money, for the stuff, of a lower value. So be really intentional, be really intentional about what it is that you are being sucked into, because that cycle of impulse, of stuff, of more, of consuming, God wants us to create, not consume. He wants us to come up higher. He wants us to inspire, not always influence. Influence, the reason why I don't like using that term is because I feel like influence is a part of manipulation. You're manipulating. You're getting somebody to do something that you want them to do. Not necessarily what they want. You are the one influencing them to do it. It's almost like, it's just when you think about it, it's actually kind of nasty, because when you inspire, what you're doing is you're helping that person make a decision to come up higher. You're helping that person to be better. You are planting seeds so that person can then become their better self, their higher self, that they can make those decisions. You're inspiring them. Now, I get people that ask me, well, you sell stuff all the time. You're always promoting. I do. This is how I make a living right now. But I'm very aware and conscious about what I promote. These are things that I purchase, things that I love, products that I've vetted that are good quality. You will never see me promote cheap garbage or stuff of just randomness. It's always, when it comes to the home, it's good quality stuff like stone, linens, sometimes budget friendly if it's a good cotton blanket or something like that I found on Amazon, that for somebody who's budget minded, because you still need to create a nice home and life atmosphere. You're not living with nothing. And when it comes to health and wellness and fitness products, I vet it first. I try it first before I even share a supplement or a drink or protein. I make sure that I tell that company I don't share anything until I try it first, and I can share how I felt on it, how it worked for me. Any liver detox that I did, parasite cleanse that I did, that I talked about, I did it first. And then I shared my experience with it. And that's basically what I do, is I'm just sharing the experience of things that have worked for me. Elevated things, elevated home decor, elevated things for the home that are beautiful, that are a little luxurious, a little glam. I mean, it depends on what season that you're in, what you do like to do. For me, I go a little bit more abundant around Christmas, and then I pull it back in January. That's just what I like to do. I like to use the holidays to get really creative and have fun with decorating. But I used to be obsessed with like fall and I need to buy every little pumpkin, have pumpkin patches all over my house. You realize it's just a bunch of junk, and most of it is filled with toxic chemicals that you're breathing in, and you're just filling your home. And I just see these accounts on Instagram they got 1 million followers, 700,000. I'm like, oh man, is that many people still stuck? And the answer is yes, because that's what people want. They want the cheap junk. How do I fill my home with cheap dopamine? How much more Shein and Temu stuff can I buy? Can I fit into my closet? Oh, that's cute. Oh, she has that. I'll buy that. Oh yeah, like peel and stick, wall panels all over your house. Just stuff everywhere. You're trading your life for stuff. You're trading your time for stuff. You're trading your well-being. You're trading your health, because a cluttered home messes with your nervous system. A cluttered home causes cortisol spikes to happen. This is why you'll notice a lot of those accounts that have a lot of stuff, they're big girls. Why do you think that is? Why do you think most of them are large? It's because they spend their time, they trade their life for stuff instead of trading their life, for health, for wellness, for things. I mean, it's not a coincidence. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, just take a look. And if that's what you want, then that's what you're going to get. Because when I was obsessed with stuff, chronically consuming, I'm not talking about just buying what you love. I'm talking about the chronic consumption of things. You're not even thinking. You're just like, oh, I got to go to Target. I got to get this. So-and-so has this. Better go to Home Goods. Let's thrift. You're just obsessed with stuff. I was large. I had inflammation. My body was all messed up. I had, my hair started falling out. I was stressed. And that caused massive sugar cravings, because I was eating, because of how stressed I was eating so much sugar, so much just junk, because I had anxiety. I was so anxious. I was like, oh, and I had so many returns. And when you're in the kind of stage of, should I keep this or get rid of it? You're walking by something in your house. You know what I'm talking about. You're like, oh, I don't know if I like that. Should I keep it? Should I move it? You're in a chaotic state in your mind. There's no clarity there. So when it's a yes or no, there's clarity, there's order. I like this, it stays. I don't like it, it goes. So see, that's how clear that is. But when you're like, I don't know, I kind of like it, I kind of don't, it was a good deal, should I return it? Let me sit on it for a little bit. The amount of time that you spend in that state of mind, you're literally causing your nervous system to be in like this chaotic state. Your mental state's chaotic, you're not thinking clear, you are feeling what you're seeing. Your body is responding to the environment that you're in, and you are not in control. That item or the home and the atmosphere is controlling you. So you're destroying, and then people think about, oh, why do I feel this way? Why can't I sleep? Why am I needing so much coffee? Why do I crave sugar? Well, I better just get lost scrolling for 2 hours, because you feel, it's like you're numbing yourself. You got to get out of this cycle. It's a trap. Unfollow these people. Like, just stop already. Don't unfollow me if you're unfollowing me. Well, yeah, unfollow me if I'm doing that to you. But the chronic push for junk is just, it's overloading your body. It's overloading your mind. You can be and feel so much better. You can come up higher. You can live the way you want to live. You can simplify. You can elevate. You can gain control. You can pay off that debt. You can be healthy. You can get in shape. You can build muscle. You can have healthy relationships. You can live with less stuff. There's so much that you can do. You have to ask yourself, what kind of life is it that you want? Do you want to wait till you're 60 or 70 to finally have a life of freedom? Because I'm in my 40s, and a simple, elevated, no drama life is, walking closely with Jesus. That's it. Like, that's the lottery. Healthy family, a nice space to call home, no debt, freedom, health, wellness, a healthy body that functions, good rest, the simple things, moments of simplicity, being outside, strong friendships. You don't have to have a tribe. It doesn't take a village. You just need a few good friends that sharpen you. That's it. And, letting go of all of the obligatory things that the world tells you need to do and you need to be involved in. I could care less about. It's mind-blowing how many women my age who are obsessed with Taylor Swift and Morgan Wallen and like going to concerts and stuff, like obsessed to the point where, and they're taking their little kids to those things. It's really disgusting, because I don't want to say disgusting, but I'm just shocked at how many women are obsessed with these things. Like, get control of your life. You're worshiping Beyonce. You're worshiping these people like there's something, amazing, and they're just people singing trash songs. It's all garbage. And, wake up. It's time for people to really wake up and live and get control and snap out of this system, this thinking, this collective thinking of the world says you have to do this and listen to this garbage music, and you're raising your kids with that garbage music, and then you're wondering why they're freaking out, why they're having all of these emotional problems and stuff like that. Well, look what you're pumping into them. Look what you're allowing them to listen to. Listen to the lyrics. The frequency in most of those is demonic frequencies. It's chaotic. You think it sounds good, and it's actually destroying your DNA, and it's destroying their mind. It's chaos in the brain. This is why at like greenhouses and certain places, they play specific frequencies, because there's frequencies that heal. There's frequencies that promote DNA repair, growth, calmness. They're angelic frequencies. And there's frequencies that destroy, that tear down, that mess up, that cause chaos, that destruct. And guess what? 99% of the music today is in the destructive frequency. So it's just about getting out of the ignorance and not making decisions with ignorance, but coming to a place where you have clarity, because truth and clarity always go together. Chaos and lies go together. So where there's truth, there's clarity. Where there's lies, there's chaos. That's like the easiest way that I could tell. I could, decipher the two. Clear, truth, lies, chaos. Drama, chaos, frustration, manipulation, all of these things, they are not of God. They are definitely not of God. Calmness, clarity, self-control, love, peace, joy, those are where you want to be. So you have to adjust your life around all of that. My arm's drooping because it's getting heavy. So I'm going to let y'all go, but talk to you later.